So hello everyone, thank you for joining us, and welcome to the CISO panel here at Code Blue Resilience Day. Today we are talking about building organization resilience through the eyes of the CISO, and this is the reason that I brought 6 wonderful CISOs, very good CISOs. Sorry, I'm so exciting. My name is Shelly Brownshtein, and I'm the Chief of Resilient Expert here at Code Blue. In my role, I work with large organizations in Israel and around the world, building resilience and managing cyber crisis. My work brings together technology and process to make sure that when crisis happens, the organization can keep operating. Resilience is no longer a theoretical idea. It's what keeps businesses standing when everything around them is shaking. And that's why we brought together, here's the right sentence, this is why we brought together 6 strong and experienced CISOs, each leading complex organizations. So let's begin. Deto, of course you will be my first.
You hear me.
I would like to start with you. When you think about organizational resilience in the context of cyber crisis, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? The first thing
comes to mind is sunshine.
No, cyber crisis.
Cyber crisis.
Yeah.
Okay, cyber crisis. So let's go a little bit.
We have only 30 minutes.
1 minute, one minute.
Okay, just saying.
But before the cyber event, you have to be ready to the cyber event. Cyber event, if you are not ready to the cyber event, nothing will help you. You can only pray for God maybe to help you.
You can pray for Franco.
The main issue is to preparation to this situation. In the organization, you begin with ERM, with emergency response, with sikunim, management, how we call it ERM? Risk management in the organization. You begin with that as first stage. Why? You have to define whether cyber is a risk to your organization. Maybe it's not. If yes, because of the impact to the company, then the companies and the management decide what are the steps that should be done in order to deal with it. Because I don't have the time, I will not make it long, but you have to be prepared in order not to be ransomed. If you are ransomed, you lost the game. This is not the situation that you want to be. You want to be the situation that before you are ransomed, you will ransom the attacker. That is too much, but at least that you will not be able to be attacked as easy. I have here Shai is here. Shai is here from Simkin. We are working together in the last 6 years of how to make resilience in the company while he is in charge of the insurance. And he can, afterward in the Afsaka, he will be more than happy to share the journey that we have done together. We have done a journey together. It's not 1 year, it's a journey to be ready and to be able to resist cyber attack.
Thank you, Deto. And now that we have set the foundation, let's move forward. Avivit, can you take the mic? Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Every organization eventually finds the place where it's least resilience. Where did you see the biggest weakness in the organization, and what did you do to solve it?
Okay,
small question, very small question.
A very small one. Just to let everyone know, for the past 5 years, I'm in the health sector. Before that, I was in the financial sector. Yeah. So basically, my answer is affected by the fact that I'm in the health sector. And I came to Clalit Health Services during during Corona. And I think that the major issue regarding cyber resilience is the fact that we needed with COVID to transfer to be a very digital health sector. And we have to do it very rapidly with Teams sessions and telemedicine. And of course, through the years, we became more technological. And now it's like we are a hybrid company. we have a lot of legacy systems. Everything that's regarding medical devices are not very mature security-wise. And besides that, we have very complex and technological advanced medical systems and EMRs, and we are connected to the internet. So basically, the interconnection between the legacy and the fact that we advance very quickly with cloud and AI becomes something very risky. So in order to handle that for the past few years, we've done a couple of things. First of all, we have to advance with the legacy. We have to move forward. We have to upgrade them. That's one thing. Another thing is to be prepared for an event, because now it's a patient safety issue. We cannot have systems with downtime. So basically, we have to understand that physicians have to keep working. If there is a cybersecurity incident, we have to let them keep working. So basically, we did playbooks, and in certain cases, they have to work with pen and paper. So that's something that we also have to train the staff to do when there's a blackout or a cyber incident. And I think that we have to talk about the everything that Code Blue does with the cybersecurity management.
You have to talk about it.
Yeah, we have to talk about it. But basically, I think that's the more urgent issue in cyber resiliency. And I think with the upgrade of the system and the fact that we need to deal with recovery, to upgrade the recovery process, and the fact that also we have to train the staff to deal with an outage, that's what we need to do in order to reduce the patient safety harm.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And if there's gap, we need to understand what influences it more, people or technology. Avi.
Thank you.
When you look at resilience, what plays the bigger role, people or technology?
So first, let's make sure we're all on the same page. What is resilience? Resilience is the capacity to operate and to make decisions and to recover when things go wrong.
Yeah.
So who is making this decision? It's us. Taking decision under pressure with limited timelines, with lots of unknown and lack of information. So only us are able to bridge these gaps constantly and be able to bridge them in a timely manner. Beside that, we need to have cross-functional collaboration between teams. I'm talking about the business teams, operations, IT, OT, all technical leaders need to get together to the same table and better understand what's actually is going on, what's the issues, and how can we address them with a comprehensive point of view. Only us can do that. No other technical tools are able to collect all that information. We need to be sure that in incident we have a very high level of uncertainty. The capacity to handle that level is through having mature processes. That's something that CISO must build in order to get ready for such incident. And the bottom line that strong people and strong processes can deliver through lack of technology, and it's not going to happen the other way around.
Okay, thank you. This takes us directly into the question of culture. Avital? Is resilience truly a part of organization culture, or does it disappear the moment that the budget gets cut?
Well, I think it's not by chance that I'm referring to that just after Avi, because it's definitely culture. Budget can be allocated and prioritized in different ways through budget years, but a company's resilience is dependent on values and processes that are beyond budget. And in order for a company to be resilient, it has to orchestrate response between teams. In my case, we're a global company, Diplomat. We have different cultures in our business units, and we have to orchestrate different approaches, different regulators, and be orchestrated perfectly, because the headquarters are situated here in Israel, with a very vast threat vector and threat atmosphere, being a geopolitical center. So in order to have all these values orchestrated with teamwork, with professionalism, with operational experience, and have all the teams from our logistics warehouses and up to the headquarters to be on the same page and running the same notes through the crisis, it's a matter of culture, not budget. And of course, you have to budget it in preliminary stages in order to create the SOPs and the policies and the processes and have the people trained, and it does take some kind of budget. But resilience starts, as Avi said, where technology failed, and we are in a crisis. Of course, we need the technology there, and of course, we have the IR and technology teams running through the crisis, but the company's ability to send a clear message to the regulators and to their customers, and in our case, to the vendors, that business is open and we are there and resilient is a matter of culture.
Thank you, Avital. And if culture is the base, there are still things missing for organization to be truly resilient. Daniel, can you please take? Based on your experience, what is the most important thing organizations are missing today in order to be truly resilient?
So in my view, it's being disciplined about the basics. I mean, everybody here knows that security team's life is very dynamic. You have change requests, you have issues coming in, tools doesn't work, CISOs have procurement, you have presentation to make. So in a way, it's like living a healthy life. You know, you need to eat healthy, you need to sleep enough, but things happen and life happen. And obviously, the small things that matter, that need to take priority, eventually get shoved aside. So when I talk about basics, everybody knows the small things. For example, stale users. For example, vulnerabilities which are still lingering in your organization. Every CISO has some set of KPIs where they know they should do some things on them. And when something happens eventually, it goes back to a list where I think all the CISOs know it's, I should have done that long time ago, but I didn't have the time or the team or the resources to do. And I think that still, whatever resource you have, whatever budget you have, whatever team you have, having the right priority to still give the attention to the basics. Even if you have AI and technology, the basic procedures and the basic elements is what makes everybody more resilient. And unfortunately, it's very easy to forget.
Thank you. And now let's move to the topic that changes everything, Deto, AI. Are you scared? Where does AI truly strengthen resilience, and where does it create false sense of security?
Okay, AI. First of all, it's not for by mistake that the second letter of AI is I. I is hurt. It's when you can be hurt by AI. So I. Now let's go to the real situation. AI is why it is so dangerous for us, because we do not know what will happen. We do not know how it will progress. But we do know that the attacks will be more efficient, more fast, and more violent. Why? Because there are bad people in the world. So they will continue to be bad people. They will use AI to attack you. So what we should do, we should enter to all our defense lines AI capabilities. When I'm saying it, I'm saying that we have to evaluate from scratch our security posture. Don't begin 2026 just a follow-up of 25. Stop, look at all your organization structure, defense. Look if you are ready to the AI time, because the attack will be in the place where you will be surprised. So put AI defenses in all measures, in all capabilities. I have done in many, I will not get to ICL, but I've begun the process. The most important is to take it very seriously, because AI is a challenge, but at the same time, it is opportunity. It is opportunity for us to be better, to be more successful, and to be more aggressive. Thank you.
So, Avi, what are new skills that CISO needs to develop in 2026 in order to truly lead resilience in the organization?
So there are a few basic skills that we all need to have, but I'm trying to focus on what 2026 is going to challenge us. So the first thing would be AI readiness. So better understanding the threat landscape, what AI threats are coming, and how can we deal with them. We're seeing the Chinese campaign of using Claude AI bots with very orchestrated attack that we thought it might appear a year from now or so, and it's current and it's present, and it's much more earlier than we thought. So we need to be very ready to that. Better understand the threat landscape and get ready for the threats that will be coming year and 2 years from now, and do that right now. The second thing is regarding the readiness for offshoring operating model. Since all of us need to reduce costs, we're seeing shifting to that operating model, and that is challenging CISOs. Making sure the professional level is not beneath the appropriate bar, and making sure that we have all the processes in place, that no alert is being missed. One more skill is being able to gain confidence and trust of our leadership team. That was always right and always will be right. So 2026 and above is still needed. We will need to do that throughout tabletop exercises, playbooks, and all procedures and processes in place to build that confidence. Last but not least, CISO need to be a leader. That means to shift the culture, to break silos. It's much more than just a technical role, and we all need to keep that in mind.
Okay, thank you. But even when those skills, sometimes what holds us back is leadership. You talked about it, Avivit. If you could change one thing in the way your leadership view cyber crisis, what would it be?
Only one.
Only one.
Only one.
You can tell.
No. I'll take only one, but I'll tap on my shoulder and say that I've done it already. So basically, I think that most important thing is to, maybe you can close the door a little.
Yeah.
The most basic thing is that a cyber crisis is not an IT crisis. I'm sure a lot of you have heard it in the cybersecurity sector, but the business sector is not always aware of the fact that a cybersecurity incident is a business incident. And in the health sector, it's a clinical event. So basically, if my management knows that whoever is handling the event is our CEO, are the clinicians, the fact that they need to do tabletops and rehearse playbooks throughout the year in order to be prepared for a cyber crisis, that's the win. The win is the fact that they know that it's a patient safety issue, they have to be prepared to handle clinical health. They have to know when to close the hospital, when to transfer patients to other hospitals, when to say to the Ministry of Health when to stop bringing people to the hospital because they can't deal with any more patients. So this is a health event, a clinical event, like COVID, like wartime. So basically, that's the major change that management has to do, to be aware of the fact that it's not a CISO issue, it's not a CIO issue, it's a general management issue. And I think that's what every company needs to understand in order to do better cyber management or cyber crisis management. And that's what I think that Code Blue does very well, because IR teams are very dedicated to the forensics part and the recovery part. But I'm not familiar with a lot of IR teams that does the cyber management on a CEO level on the business part. So, well, that's my point of view.
Thank you. And sometimes the biggest change comes from the smallest action. Daniel, what was the simplest, almost trivial step that ended up making the biggest difference in your organization? Smallest.
So we're trying to shift it from the culture state of mind into the action state of mind. And the way that we do that is by trying to implement something which is similar to I told you so. When there's an incident, right, you want to go to your management and say, I told you so, because all kinds of reasons that no budget, no team, whatever. So what we're trying to do is we take the incidents and we call it return of accepted risk, which is a cool acronym called WAR. Basically, every incident that we have, we try to track it back into an accepted risk. So we can see which risk which were accepted or not treated on time led to how many incidents of what impact. And then it's quite easy to see, even accepted risk, you can challenge them and improve the resilience of the organization with time. It's something which is quite easy to show. It's a cool metrics, and there's an easy, I wouldn't say easy, but not difficult buy-in from management when you show them in that way. The difficult part, again, is to make sure that the tracking is ongoing and that you manage not just the severity of the incident, but also the business impact, maybe the revenue impact if you could as well. But that's the one thing we try to do to make sure that everybody's aware of the impact and the resilience level.
Thank you. Nir, is it possible to be truly resilient without running annual crisis exercise?
I think companies can survive a crisis without training, but it's going to be pure luck. As CISOs, we need luck. It's good to have, we are very lucky people. It's helped us with the job, but luck is not risk management. To manage the risk, we must do many things. One of them is training. When CISO knows how to manage a cyber crisis, but the management need to practice with us and to know how to handle a real crisis. We need to practice who is talking to the attacker, how we talking to the attacker. Is it legal to pay the attacker? Do we need a crypto wallet? Do we need to open it now while we in a regular situation, or we can open it only when the crisis starts? In every Israel, one sentence, I'll say it in Hebrew, קשה באימונים, קל בקרב. If you want to succeed to survive the crisis, you need to work very hard while routine times. And I think training is very, very important. And one last tip for me, you need to choose every year a different scenario. The management will be very boring if we are choosing the same scenario every year. So we need to change. and we need to challenge the management, and we'll hope we'll get very lucky next crisis.
Thank you. And we will close with a personal question for the next generation of CISOs. Avital, what is the one piece of advice you would give a new CISO starting today, not resign, but hear me out, who wants to build a real long-term resilience? And he wants to be a CISO. He actually wants to be a CISO.
Well, first of all, he's probably mad.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 4 tips.
4.
The first is have mentorship. I was privileged to receive mentorship from someone sitting at this table, Deto. Our position is very interdisciplinary. So even if you come from strong networking or strong development, or you are a very good GRC specialist, when you take the CISO position, there will be things you don't master. And having a CISO that is already experienced to confide with and ask questions that is not part of your company and is not biased will be a very good tip. The second one is sponsorship from the ExCos, from your headquarters, from the management of your company. A lot of things that were said here in the panel are not achievable if you don't have strong sponsorship. If the management does not understand that a crisis is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, that a crisis is not a technological issue, and that business resilience depends on business processes and not only technology. So without ExCo sponsorship, you can work the bottom-up vector, but you will not have the top-to-bottom vector. And if you come to business positions in your company asking for X or Z, and you know that the group CEO is behind your back, people will respond differently than just having the CISO ask them to do X or Z. The third thing is passion. We have a very demanding position, sometimes 24/7. And if you don't have the passion to win and succeed in what you're doing, and if you don't love the business, then you will not succeed. You'll burn out very fast. And the last tip is when you enter your position with fresh eyes on a residual risk in your organization and the risk appetite that management decided on before you came into position, you'll see a lot of gaps. You have to have patience and the skill to prioritize, because you will not succeed doing everything in the first day, month, or even year. A few of the processes you will want to run will take a few years, and you'll have to breathe deeply, be awake 24/7, and have a passion.
Thank you. I think that the last one is the most important. Passion? Yeah, patience and passion, both of them. Thank you all for your honesty and insight and sharing your experience. And thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
I would like to thank Shelly for what she has done in this session.
Wait, he's thanking me. Sit down.
I would like to thank, please, it is not easy to handle a dialogue with CISO that are so experienced, and thank you very much.
Thank you.